Welcome to the weekend show with Medium J. Today, I gotta just discuss it. I gotta bring it out there. And I'm gonna try my best not to break down. I'm gonna try my best not to mix in, my emotions, but I'm gonna try. I never said I'm not gonna do it. Ryan Gosling did not have to play Ken that hard in the new Barbie movie. There, I'll say it. He did this dude showed up in a mink coat on Malibu Beach, flexing. Then when he took off the mink coat, he he had some sort of weird stripper magic Mike straddles and like completely bare chested fucking. It was like a tee. It wasn't even a shirt. It was just the tee of his fucking arms. This man looked like a Greek statue, bro. And people, all the news media outlets and all the fucking social media, entertainment news and TMZ and everything, they're all saying Ryan Gosling stole the fucking show, and this thing called Kenergy is sweeping the nation. I personally, I can't get it. I can't get that song out of my head. The I'm just Ken. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. It's like, oh man, what do I have to be? It's like, it's so good. I didn't know Ryan Gosling had pipes on him. I never watched the old movies. I never watched none of that old shit. But I did, for a joke, watch Barbie with my buddy because we were like, I was really high and drunk, and I'm like, yo, just throw it on. And he's like, all right, we'll try it out, because he wanted to see fucking, so he thought it was gonna be nude. Margot Robbie, turns out it's all just Ken. It's all just Ken without his shirt on and everything. Margot Robbie pretty much wears a shirt the whole time. I don't think she ever gets into a bikini. Yeah, it's all just naked pics of Ryan Gosling. It's actually, if you bring a little girl to, it's basically like a PG-13 strip club that this guy, like, it's, and the men have a weird wrestling scene at the end, and it's very homosexual. It's very like, I would say it's a mixture of like a Broadway show. I'd say like Cats. It's a mixture of Cats and a little bit of like The Wizard of Oz. They made that like, because it's really fake. Like the water's fake in the movie, and this is a breakdown of the Barbie movie. And here's why it sucks. Other than this one specific aspect, Ken, he's amazing. Even the men that are Ken were good. They were like just very, they were very beta males, right? But it's hilarious because it's like they don't know anything else. It's like if we were raised always to just be bitches, right? All men in general, just hide, duck, and cover, and you have the muscles to do things, and they're the ones. They're basically the dummies of the world in Barbie land, right? Now it's genius. But like every character, like Barbie, Margot Robbie, she's a great actor. But this is like, I don't know if she didn't know what to do. She played plastic, like, ironically. And Ken went, here's the thing, Ken went for it. Ken took that thing that you should have done, which is like, you should have fucking committed to the role, Margot. A couple of shots with your feet. It's not gonna do it now. These dudes need character. They want to see the woman in control of the foot. These motherfuckers got the internet. Remember that, Margot Robbie. There's already a million deepfakes that look better than you. This, and you're getting cellulite, and a lot of people calling her mid. I'd go as far as to say she's trash. I was looking at not one sexual, like, compared to like the Wolf of Wall Street, Focus. She was a dime. I don't know if she's getting older. I don't know if it was the character playing. I don't know if it's like when it's kind of like that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like older people, you know, they're getting the more ironic, like over the top Hollywood kind of roles. I don't know if that's just a way to get them out of the door now. It's what it seems like. It's a lot. They're doing a lot of that in Hollywood. A lot of like, fucking what's his name? Shit, I can't. I'm blanking on the dude's name. Oh, Nicolas Cage. He was always kind of corny, but now he's getting into ridiculously corny movies, like that movie, Reinfeldt. It was so bad. It made me like take a break off of watching anything new for like 3 or 4 months. I'd say like I was like, man, I was just angry. Didn't watch movies, didn't even watch TV shows, just watched all old shit. Because I was like, at least I know I'm safe with what I know. Can't have another Reinfeldt incident happen again. I honestly could not bear. I can't even bear to think about Nicolas Cage and every single role. I will admit, every single role Nicolas Cage, he shouldn't have been in. I would argue. The movie Face Off, generally a good movie. I like how stupid it is. It's hilarious in that regard. It's like not supposed to be funny, but it's just so stupid that it's like you rip someone's face off. What's the movie gonna be called? Face Off. That's like, you know, the Jack the Ripper going, ripping bodies, rip them bodies up, let the bodies hit the floor. Some shit, and it's like, dude, come on, man, it's too on the nose. It's like you gave away the whole thing in the title. You basically cockblocked yourself the entire movie. But Nicolas Cage in anything sucks. Now, Ryan Gosling, because he's over. Here's the thing: Nicolas Cage is over the top. This is the point I was trying to make. Ryan Gosling, not even close. He's not even close to being like overacting anything. Every time I'm watching him, I'm like, wow, he should be like his face has a weird plastic look. He looks like Ken, to be honest. When you watch him in the movie Drive, and that's where I first got to fall in love with him, and I fell for the literally me memes. I was like, this guy's literally me. And I did some because I drive, and I did some driving, and I'm like, I'm gonna go on like Kijiji and give people rides, you know what I mean? Just fucking get my name out there, get a taxi service, and I'm just gonna tell people like, yo, if you need me to, you only got me for the 5 minutes. In that 5-minute window, I'm yours. Anything else after that, you're on your own, and I'm headed home. I just tell people that, right? But Ryan Gosling, in that every single time some shit was popping off, he'd be kind of just standing still, you know, like kind of like. And he wouldn't really overact anything, and that's I think what makes him so cool. It's like he's the constantly level-headed guy, and he's nice, but he has to, you know, do some bad things every once in a while. And it's so good with man, I'm like smitten over this guy right now. No homo. He's just a really cool guy. He's literally, I can't believe he's able to play me in all these characters. It's literally me, man. He's able to extract a certain piece out of a man that we all have, and it's that bitch simp shit that we go way too overboard, giving a chick something, and you're like, man, I really did give her half my house. I really did give her all my time. I really lost my job for this bitch because I just kept phoning in sick just to spend time with her and eat her out. I really just, you know, booked a whole ass plane trip for this chick, and then she had to cancel right away because her friend's in town and she wants to go. She's probably fucking her friend. She's probably fucking her. Probably on some, even if it's just a chick, it's a lesbian, some sort of relationship. I'm really angry, you know, and I want to be like, where I see love, she sees a friend. It comes back. It goes all around with Ken. His range of emotions of like being curbed immediately, right in the beginning. He's like the first 10 minutes of the movie, Ken's getting curbed, right? Then he gets into the real world, right? and it's here's what makes the brilliance of that movie so good. It's for men a thing that goes, you start off young, and women for the most part rule the schooling era of like just whatever they want to do, sex and this. They develop so much earlier. They're so much more mature, right? And they get that spot, and they're the prettiest, right? They're fucking dropped. There, when I was fucking 15, 16, these women, I was like, man, I get why if someone's older, they have fucking these chicks are fine. You know what I mean? They're doing something with the hormones in the fucking meats and the hormones in the new in the the genetically modified, the GMOs, the vegetables even. Giving these girls GMO titties, man. It's great. It's great. But it kind of sucks when you get older and you're like, man, like a 15. And the thing is, she's developed. That's what she's developed. And you're looking. You're not doing. You're like, man, that's crazy. She's jailbait. But you gotta look. I look at regular chicks, ugly chicks. You look at all kinds of chicks. You're just looking at chicks. And how did I get onto? Oh yeah, so you're looking at them, right? Because of the fucking these girls, develop really early on, but they're winning. They're channeling that I got power and shit real early on. So this is what they know. Then when you get older into like the 20s to fucking 30s or 40s, you know what I mean? 30s, 20s, 30s, 40s, male dominated for real. Like just as far as like progressive shit going in your company. There's a lot of 20 to 30-year-olds making millions of dollars, and men, not a lot of women though. There's a lot of dudes just grinding it out, doing like creative shit on the internet, like a YouTube star or this or that. There are more TikTok girls, don't get me wrong, but again, most of those I'm pretty sure are probably in the 14 to 18 category. Is like real popular young girls, right? And then once they get to like 28, 29, and they start getting like one small wrinkle or just a little sagginess to any part of their body, right? Most people just leave. And that's how superficial it is. But with Barbie, it played that perfect, where it's like Ken was a loser in the beginning half. Then he went into the real world, which is, getting out of school kind of thing. It's like it's a giant metaphor. I don't know if the writer or director thought of this as this, but I'm thinking of it's a giant metaphor for like real life, where you get out of school, you get into the real world, and Ken goes, "Oh, men rule this shit." He's like, "The hell? I'm noticed. Like this is real life." He's like, "I love this stuff," and he was like, I need all these books." And he started reading up on the patriarchy and how men kept women down, and it was like he's like, "I'm gonna bring it back. I gotta go bring it back." So Ken, realizing that he was someone in the real world, needed that feeling because he felt like just the number two every single day in Barbie Land. He was number two. Finally, when he felt like he was someone, he knew he had to get that back at any cost, right? So Ken heads out back to the Malibu beach, and he restores the patriarchy and gets these girls all dumb, and he gets them in this weird brainwashing thing, and it's only used for like, these girls used to be presidents, and they used to be construction workers and all. They used to be run by females, and the men just sat around, no job, no house, like the trophy wives. They were doing all this stuff. Then the men are like, "No, we're doing that now, baby, and fetch us a beer." And immediately just took all the power transfer. You know how hard that would be? like it's been decades for the women to finally get into the business end of it and finally work in offices and stuff. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while till a woman CEO and shit. It's took a while. You know what I mean? Ken did that in a day, dude. Ken did that shit in one day. He don't give no fuck. This is why the whole movie is structured on this dude. He flipped that shit. He had Barbie Land immediately change democracies overnight. It's crazy. It's crazy. Craziest shit you ever see, and they don't even explain how he did it. They just kind of had to explain how to undo it. They came back. By the time Barbie came back, it was over. It was over, dude. She went away for a week or two. Come on, man. Did it in a day. That was basically politics. That's a day. Shit, it takes a week just to sign something. They have to all get into a congressional hearing and this and that and all that shit, man. Fuck. Ken. That's why Ken's a motherfucking monster, dude. Ken's the fucking goat. Ken's the fucking. He's a man only rolling crits if you play Dungeons and Dragons. You feel me? He's that motherfucker. Ken is like the song he did for Barbie. I'm just Ken. It's driving me insane. He was a guy on a mission. He was a man trying to get laid, right? But he's like, he had no. Remember, they don't have genitalia. So he just wanted to be with Barbie just for that's exactly what all women want deep down inside, or at least that's what they tell themselves. They tell themselves they want a man that doesn't care about sex. What more do you want? I often fantasize about chopping off my own dick, not turning trans or anything. I mean literally just chopping off my own dick. Because then it would give you the ultimate, like, in life, because sex comes into play quite a bit in your day to day. Like, if you didn't have to think about it, you could probably just have no emotion and climb the corporate ladder as, you know, as slimy as you can, knocking off people left and right. No feelings, no attachments, no girls getting in the way, no fucking emotions being driven. You're just focused, right? You're just focused on doing you and excelling in that financial department, right? You could probably do that. Now, Ken, utilizing the fact that he had they don't have, like, they immediately were like, why are we simping? You know what I mean? They turned that shit and got the girls to just start. And I think a lot of that, once you get a little older, it's a lot of that shit is like the keys to the VIP motherfuckers. Here's five ways to get you laid tonight, and it's like just rules, and it's like just when you see a chick, don't even acknowledge her, and just walk up to her, don't look at her, but just talk to her on a smooth shit like she already wants you. Bring her back to the crib. Don't use a condom. You're a fag. You're a fag if you use a condom. Then whatever you got, go home the next day. You know what I mean? Go home, leave her place, and then go home, and just hit up a doctor to make sure you don't got no STDs. Keys to the VIP, man. You know what I mean? The Andrew Tate shit. Just disregard her feelings. And it's good and all. But I don't know. Ken, because then afterwards, they reversed it. And Barbie was like, I'm not in love with anybody. Right? I'm not in love with anybody. But to have a bitch controlled, though. Like, they had it. Dude, Barbie Land was lit. Barbie Land, everyone was all the men were having fun, and the girls liked it too. They were enjoying it, right? They're like, this is so much better. I don't like to think. That's what she said. I don't like to think. I just want to fetch my man a beer, and it was amazing. It was amazing. And they wore sluttier and sluttier tops. It was sexually gratifying, these plastic dolls in the movie, right? But Barbie, again, had no real emotion. I remember the beginning part of it. She's like, what's going to happen when we die? and it was one of the, I started laughing because I couldn't tell if it was meant to be real, like if it was meant to be like a joke. Okay, it's a joke, and I was laughing, but I was thinking like, man, Margot Robbie's playing this character so weird. Like all she had to do was take some notes from Ryan Gosling. But then I heard this bitch Margot Robbie, right? She has a fucking like an Australian accent. And I'm like, this girl is so good at being a bad American actor. If she was playing Barbie as a bad actress, but it just didn't. It didn't. It was, I think, too much to ask for, because Barbie's the main chick. Margot Robbie was like playing the side piece because she had to be played by the mom. And when the mom got it, here's the thing. Here's the thing. When the mom got in, she had that weird kind of ugly look to her, like the stressed out is realism shit. And I love a realistic mom that looks after the kids, right? I just love, you know what I mean? If, and this is not to get too much into me, but if this was the, if I was a Sigmund Freud patient, he'd say, yeah, because your mom was, a hard worker, tough, she was a tough cookie, right? You're sexually attracted to that. And I love the fact that she's a mom, going through some stuff. She's going through some things, and she works hard for her daughter, and her daughter though, you know what I mean? And not to get it, because she might have been 15, 16. Her daughter was pretty, but man, that mom though, she had that weird ugly look to her, like Philip Gallagher, Lip Gallagher. He's ugly hot. She was ugly hot. Like she was like she fucks good. She came off with what is it, big clit energy? Is that what is the woman's form of like big dick energy? Is it big clit energy? Is it tight hole tight pussy? She's tight, I guess. She's tight. Yeah. The walls are thick walls. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, good old thick walls over there. Good old sloppy. Good old hallway pussy. Let all my niggas in. Good old fucking. It's stupid. Big dick energy is kind of fucking retarded. It just sounds cool. Big dick energy. Oh, big dick energy. Like it's a thing. It's just the niggas got some money. You know what I mean? Big dick energy. You got some money. That's it. It's got a lot of money. Oh, big dick energy. It's the energy. You could have a small dick at heart. You know what I mean? There's some fucking dogs walk around like they're wolves. You know what I mean? There's some motherfuckers out there, some sheeps that thinking they wolves. You feel me? And Ken, I'm gonna get back on to Ken. He, I think, is a wolf in sheep's clothing. His whole idea, it's all manifested into a man that's just supposed to simp for Barbie. And even when he's simping, and he knows nothing different, he wakes up into the real world, and he realizes he was being a little girl. So he dominates, and he manages to fucking overthrow Barbie Land and take her palace. He took her mansion and shit. He fucking robbed her house. And I always thought that the robbing a house thing it'd be harder than even robbing a plane at this point. Robbing someone's house and getting away with it, you know what I mean? Robbing a dude's house. Or robbing a chick's house. Robbing Barbie's house. Everyone knows it's Barbie's house. Everyone wakes up and says hi to Barbie at the beginning. Robbing that bitch's house. He just took her over, bro. That's some we all in life, we we try to go through life being nice, but then when you get into a sudden realization that you've been kept down for so long, that you have the audacity to rob someone's house. You know you've got it bad. No, like Usher, like Usher, you've got it bad. When other things you say, just you got it bad. You got it bad. See, the problem with it is that Barbie at the end, after everything Ken did for this chick, she's like, I'm good to be alone. I just want to be alone. Just want to do focus on me. And women all the time. Here's the thing, men are sharers. Women are receivers, right? We have the extension cord. You got the plug-in. We have the we have the items. You have the refrigerator to put inside. We have things, and women have things that hold things. That's just what it is. Pockets. We have the change. She has the pockets. With Ken giving so much to Barbie, she's like, he's just gonna keep giving this shit to me regardless. We ain't in a, and that's what sucks. He thinks he's in a relationship, giving all this shit to Barbie. Barbie's just like, hi, I'm just being nice to this guy, right? Just cons. This is how you turn tricks, ladies. If you don't want to turn tricks, you just get a couple of good guy friends that pay for your way in every single thing. Anytime life gets hard, hey, freaking go fight that dude. You know, about to get robbed, go fight him, right? Oh, I can't pay for this meal, go pay for it, right? I can't reach this tall thing at the grocery store. He reaches for it. Just getting just used and abused. And Ken taught us we could all just change that. Just read a couple books about the patriarchy. This nigga did it in a day. I still can't get over it, man. This nigga did it in a day. That's the thing. He is so dripped the fuck out in almost every scene. The neon rollerblades, horrible, because Margot Robbie, you have to match her. I mean, she just has no fashion sense. The dripped out fucking mink coat. The motherfucking jeans, dude, the denim jeans, basically a Playboy. That's basically Playboy vintage. That's like a 98 Playboy, or Playgirl. Just the play dude or whatever the fuck it is. He is an attractive guy. He looks, but the thing is, man, and this is what's gonna fucking sound real weird. He looks legitimately plastic. And I think I said that before, but it's just to dive in. He literally has no real, like his eyes do that weird slint thing that almost go into an an emotion. It's like an emote. Yeah, emote. But he's good at playing like a guy that going through shit. But it's every relationship thing with Ryan Gosling he's going through hard shit. And dude, he's got it pretty easy as far as dating is concerned. He's fucking married to Eva Mendes. You know what I mean? He's got the dream chick. But in every fucking, and he's simping over like these chicks that aren't really that, in Drive. It wasn't a robot in Blade Runner he was like fucking in love with, or his dead wife. It doesn't matter, man. Like every single scene where he's like crying or sad, it's missing something. I always feel like Ryan Gosling when he's crying, it's like he's almost holding back. Like sometimes it's like he's almost holding back a laugh. Like I feel like he's just like, my life is good and I have nothing to worry about, right? My real life, this is just a little silly act. Oh, I don't know how. Wait, what was the Notebook? The Notebook? What was the Notebook? What do you want? Just tell me what you want. Like it's just hard to get that line out without laughing. What do you want from me? How do you want? Or whatever. Just tell me what you want, Steven. God dang. Tell me what you need, Marge. I don't know. Homer Simpson. Tell me what you need. No, I don't know. That was horrible. That was a horrible Homer Simpson. But to get back on to Ryan Gosling, I feel as though this man has a character side that he can't reach, and it's being real sad. Like every time, but it was so good because I guess he's plastic, right? He is the guy that like some shit will go through him. He'll do some stuff, and I'm probably analyzing the character way too much, but it's a good inside the actor's studio with Medium J. Welcome to the weekend show with Medium J. It's the inside edition. Fellas, do you feel like you're slowly becoming a feminist against your will? Fellas, do you feel as though your girl controls way too much of your life and what's going on? Do you just want to tell that chick all she really needs to do is cook, clean, and blow you without saying all that and her getting offensive? You just want to do that. Follow me on youtube.com and we will get your Kenergy levels up. We will raise your Kenergy levels till that you are enough. We will make sure you're enough. You are loved and you are worthy. You have Kenergy. Training sessions include $55 per hour. Thank you. The problem with how well Ryan Gosling plays Ken is that the fact is everything else sucks without him. It's just him. So you just know that the movie's boring without him. Barbie, too much pink for my taste. She could have ate a little bit more, right? When she had cellulite, I didn't even really notice. I was like, okay. She's I don't know. The movie itself, great. But I think the sequel, the sequel to it was insane, because like right after Barbie, there's Oppenheimer. Now Oppenheimer is Ken. After that initial, there's the kid years kind of thing. Then there's the Ken evolved state. Then he's back down to like just beaten down from the system, because with modern day feminism, you can't tell a girl to fetch you your beer anymore. And then Oppenheimer was I guess the part 2 of this thing, and I feel as though like the bomb was insane, and it was like that's what he just wanted to rule he just wanted to rule Barbie Land, right? He just wanted to make sure that it was safe. He just wanted to, but Japan didn't deserve it. I don't think Japan didn't. Now, there was a lot of people that was needlessly harmed because Ken Oppenheimer, he didn't have to. You didn't have to do. You know what? I just got. I told myself I wasn't going to get sad for this one. Just gotta play the. I got a clip. Probably. Hopefully YouTube doesn't ban me for this one or anything like this. I don't get demonetized. But I gotta do that. Ah, goddamn. Fucking ads.
Dr. Oppenheimer is about to find out. Oppenheimer style. What is wrong? Sexy lady. You know what I'm saying? Like lip balm. It killed people. Well, I wouldn't exactly call them people. Thought we were building a rice cooker. Well, you're technically right. Oppenheimer style.
There's. Yeah, that was the movie. He built a rice cooker. Oppenheimer. Here's the thing about Oppenheimer. I personally don't like how clueless he was about how he was building the bomb. La bomb? He's my la bomb. It lay killed people. That's what people are watching. Yes. Barbie and Oppenheimer, right? It's crazy, man. I personally think there's a lot better movies out there. Like I watched The Machine. Dude, shouts out to Bert Kreischer. Funny guy, man. But he's no Ken. Let's just be real. I want to see Ken without his shirt off. I need with his shirt off. Or sometimes I want to see him in a shirt as well. Ken has this ever-loving sense of talk about me. He has Ryan Gosling has very, what is it? I don't even know. It's like cool guy vibes. He's got and dude, Ken. He made Ken cool, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you know how hard it is. You know how many people, and we're talking giant billionaires at Mattel, and actually any dolls, any action figures, you know, the fucking wrestling company action figure. They were trying to make those things as cool. You can never make a doll as cool as Ken, as Ryan Gosling made Ken. Like, I want to buy 40 different Ryan Gosling Kens, all like, you know, with different clothes and shit. You know what I mean? Just different poses. You could, you know what I mean? Pop different sizes and it's a great market. It's a great market right now to be a Ken and to have Kenergy. And I felt as though I've been simping for chicks for so long. It's time to reinstore the patriarchy, right? That it's put in such plain views, right? I never understood the Andrew Tates. Even like when I listened to Patrice O'Neal, I'd be like, I don't really ever. You could come at it from a different angle instead of calling a chick a bitch or something like that. Just coming off top and then, you know, getting her to hate you and then flipping it. I feel is a lot harder if you just got her to just love you gradual. The gradual love never. It's a what? What am I gonna do? Hit a chick with a Chinese water drip torture, and she's slowly building up love drop by drop. It takes too long. Your life's too short, right? Until Ken put it as like, just reinstate the patriarchy in a day, dude. Just hit him with that boom. Hit him with that great reset like they were trying to do. Just completely flip it. We have the power now. Don't even care. It is incredible how much fucking positive Kenergy that I've been received from dude, it's a movie from Barbie, and it's like the fucking unlock of my brain, my happiness, my comfort, my security, everything in my life has been divulged. I don't know what the divulge is. It's been it's been festering in my life, whether it's I'm insecure or I have doubts and I have misguided feelings about things that don't concern me. Especially like I'm worried about a person most of the time. Most of the time, and if you're a big enough man to admit that, it sucks if you're dependent on somebody else. Like, I hope this person picks up the phone. You know what I mean? And you calling them more than you should, or whatever. Yeah, all of that built up immediately came flowing out of me through some weird uh, psychedelic experience when I was watching Ken. Dude, it's my name is Ken, and I'm enough, and I'm great at doing stuff. You gotta admit, every man does like 10 times what he needs to do, and takes 10% less than the credit he deserves in every aspect. We just provide. We're providers. We're out here providing. We do things that just oh man, I hope this girl looks at me. There's been times when I did something real important, like, I don't know, just hoping that a chick would just notice it. You go that step and beyond, like, hey, can I get you? You know, you're working. Hey, can I get you anything? You know, you make her fucking, if you're cooking for her in the back, just cook it her. You know, you're like, oh, this chick's hot. Oh, fucking make it as best as you can, right? We're not gonna spit in it today. But that's all men want. That's all men need. That's all men have. Is just, oh man, a pretty girl. Dude, a pretty girl's looking at me, dude. Uh, I might just overthrow her entire government and entity, and then fucking take her house so she has to live with me. You feel me? It's genius. The fucking mental manipulation Ken brought through it, and then immediately was like, oh no, we can't. Yeah, they had a fight or something. The thing kind of loses its edge towards the end. It doesn't really, because Barbie's, it's all dependent on, like, they all like are like, Barbie, do you love Ken? He just professed his love to you, and all this shit, and she's like, no, sorry Ken, no. And you're like, well, it kind of makes sense, because she's like being played by that old lady that's depressed and alone, and just getting, she's not. If that chick was getting pumped, if that little kid had a dad or a stepdad, or just the nigga that sees her mom all once in a while. If that chick was being pumped, bro, that Barbie would be like, yo, fuck, let's go hang out, Ken. I'm getting, I got the good. I've just been pleasured. Even though she doesn't have genitalia, I'm sure, even when you're neutered, if you're designed like and if you're being played by a real person, and that's the thing that kind of, you can't really make it too serious if that was like the real land thing. And I know I am breaking down a movie literally made for children. It's one of those things where it's like, you could have done a little bit better with this, with the CGI of the water. Barbie, come on. You expect me to believe that the water is doing this? It's doing just this. That's what the water. It's one of those paper things with the wheel, and they're just like, they wheel it over, and it's like just moving the waves. That's what they expected me to. Everything else was super realistic. Costumes, the doll houses, everything. And then the water, they just couldn't. They couldn't just have like, just like they were. I don't know. The set couldn't have like a pool. They just couldn't have a pool. Well, did they have a pool? I don't think I seen them in the pool. Man, I don't know. Were they in a normal pool? Was the water? I would doubt that. Oh no, wait, maybe. But Ken was like riding a boat and shit, and then that kind of looked pretty cool. But I feel as though Ken was probably there, and this is bad. We'll get back into reality. Reality, not reality. The movie reality Barbie. We're talking about Ryan Gosling. He probably stayed there 9 to 10 hours longer than Barbie did every day. He just put in more extra work, right? He had to work his ass off because he was like, dude, it's the name is Barbie, right? Who's playing Barbie? Margot Robbie. All right, it's perfect. She's perfectly casted. So he's like, yo, it's like a basketball movie with Michael Jordan. You know that. Fucking Space Jam shit. Bugs Bunny didn't have to go that hard, bro. Like when Bugs Bunny pulled up, man, and did just such wacky things and cool ideas. Dude, the fucking water bottle. I still think sometimes when I'm drinking a water bottle, I'm like, dude, I want Mike's Secret Stuff or whatever the fuck. And it's just normal water, but it's like you tell yourself, and it makes you pump a little harder, makes you hit that, throw on another plate. You know, I got Mike's Secret Stuff, you know, Michael Jordan's secret fucking formula. That was, and he tricked everybody. He was innovative, and he brought his A game. And we're talking about the, what's that fucking rabbit's name, is it? Bugs Bunny. And even when he was fucking flirting with Lil Bun, it was great. He brought his A game, right? And even to the core too. But Ryan Gosling, he had to make it a worthy performance. And when I'm sitting down in my chair and I'm judging all the actors, you know, with like I'm gonna write a review, even though it ends up just being a podcast that very few people listen to. When I get into that mode to do it and tell these people about it, I never expect Ryan Gosling. Like I always go, he can't just do the same thing in every, because he does do the same thing in every movie. He's the same guy. Over dramatic, like in Eat, Pray, Love or whatever that movie was, where he ends up with Emma Stone, you know, that chick, and he is like, I'm so fucking in love with you. You see, I'm here. Or he did some weird thing where to confess his love to her, and it's like every fucking thing he has I confess my love to you to a chick. And you go like, yo, these chicks are mid, Ryan. You fucking Eva Mendes. Why can't get Eva Mendes up in this piece? You need her. Selma Hayek. Her. Even though Selma Hayek's 50. Ryan Gosling's like, what, 40 something? He has to be. Late 30s, fucking 40s at least. Late 40s, late 30s. I'll go as that far to admit. Because he looked real old. He looked like an old guy. He looked like one of those guys that with the blonde hair, it's like before and after, and then you just put gray hair on top of him. He looks old. But, you know, with all his shit, it's always just you're playing the same character. And he pulls it off in spectacularly. Like, I'd say Samuel L. Jackson has that same kind of, like, he's bringing a lot of him into every character, is a good way of putting it. It's not really playing the same guy. It's just, like, he always, I've done some things, motherfucker. Like it's like he's always cussing when he shouldn't be cussing. And even I would say Leonardo DiCaprio's movies, like no matter how good he gets, he's always this confused guy. He's always a guy that doesn't know what's going on. Right? He learns some and he gets really good at it. Like he's like or he's just been playing dumb this whole time, right? With Leonardo DiCaprio. He's always very good at this. I don't know what's going on, and then I do know what's going on, and then now I'm not. Now the audience, it's themselves, don't even know if I know that I know what's going on, and it's like, it all came apart, or it all was my plan. That's all. This is every Leonardo DiCaprio movie, right? He's like, okay, in Wolf of Wall Street, he's like, I don't really know the stocks, and then it's like it's all part of my plan, and then I don't really know what's going on because I think I'm fucking up and doing too much drugs, and then I'm like, well, I still didn't snitch on it, and all part. And then it's like, no, I went to jail, and then well, it's like I felt really calm, and it was all part of the plan. Shutter Island, I kind of know that it's all part of the plan. Going to whatever mental health island and trying to fucking find out a killer or something like that. Then investigating. Then it's you don't know where the killer is, and you're worried that they're gonna trap you here. Then it's like you were always here this whole time. And it's like it's all part of the plan because you do it every day. He does it every day. Right? Every fucking movie has at least 4 levels of. Okay, what about Inception? Inception is like, I'm fucking up in my dead. I'm fucking up. I have this crazy technology to incept people's mind, and it's all part of the plan to like incept this one dude, and then he's like building things, but then sometimes I get caught into it, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Sometimes my dead wife comes and haunts me in in someone else's dreams, right? Then it's like something happens, and then he's like he's like in a dream state, and he splits the thing, and it's about to wobble, and it's like it's all part of the no, and then it's about to wobble. So it's like I don't know, man. I don't even know if I'm kind of fucking in the weirdest zone where I think it made sense. I don't know if that made sense, but it sounds like all of fucking Ryan Gosling's movies is that he loves a chick, but he's like over simping it, and I don't know, simp to me, it's not as fucking like, oh, that's like a derogatory thing, or like, oh, he's a simp. I think it's more like, yo, you're simply thinking that this is the only chick for you. It gets even the girl herself going like, there's so, like, deep down we all know there's so many. There's like if a chick just from fucking, like a hot ass chick from, I don't know, back in the day, Megan Fox just pulled up. There's a chance that she could just pull up and take your man, honeys. That's always could happen. It might never happen, but it could happen, right? So when a chick gets a dude over simping, right? Simping over her, it's like oversimplifying the idea that she is the queen, and it's like putting pussy on a pedestal is terrible, but it's like also, I think you have to put her up there occasionally and take her down. It's like you put her up on a pedestal and you take her down, right? Then you put her, you get hop on that. Then every now and then you put yourself up there on that pedestal too, and just flex, hit a pose, hit the fucking, hit the fucking the taunt chants, hit the emotes, just fucking, you fucking ripped. I look good. You know what I mean? You gotta, every now and then you have to Men need spa days. I can't tell y'all motherfuckers how much men need to feel healthy. Men need to get their nails did. Get their fucking chest waxed. You feel? Get your fucking do some manscaping down there, right? I don't know if that sounds like an ad. I think it's like fucking Kleenex at this point, manscaping. I don't know, but just shaving down your shit. Take a nice fucking hot towel. Bring out a towel. And fucking give yourself a facial. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself a facial. You earned it. That's what Ken would want. That's what Ken would love. Ken would need that. I love how fucking it's almost cultish, the Ken thing that I feel, because you look at it, and I gotta play it. It's deep into the podcast, but I gotta play this song. I gotta just go. I gotta get it. It's so fucking good.
I just don't know, man, without you. You're Ken. But it's Barbie and Ken.
It's always
There is
Barbie.
no just Ken. Doesn't seem to matter what I do.
Always number two. No one knows how hard I tried. Oh, why I do feelings that I can't explain. Driving me insane. Oh, the wife I'm so polite. I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be a 10. And it's my destiny to live a life of born fragility. I'm just kidding. See love, she sees a friend. It will not take for her to see the man that hides her fight for me. I'm just kidding, and I'm enough, and I'm great at doing stuff. Oh, hey, check me out, yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'll see you on the Malibu beach.
You know, man, it's so fucking. He does the mink coat, the fucking swagger, the energy, the fact that he's never gonna get some. You know what I mean? He's never gonna get with Barbie. Fucking masterpiece, man. I told myself I wasn't gonna do this. But fucking Ken, he put losers on the map. He put the side dudes, the guys that, showed up every day, loving flowers and just you can wear your chick down to the point where you're in her life. Ken brought he brought men a bit of closure, as like, he's good looking, you think he has it all, but then reality hits and he's just a fucking man at the end of no matter what. A good looking dude still has to be a man like 90% of the time. You're nowadays, looks get you basically nowhere, right? If you can flip into a TikTok thing or a fucking YouTuber thing, and even then, like, ugly motherfuckers are running fucking YouTube, right? It's just, Ken gives an attractive man a sort of edge to him, where it's like, yeah, we have feelings. We're not just eye candy, ladies. We do stuff, and we're enough. We don't need to be No guy goes, wow, well, like, all of my shit is dependent on Barbie, except Ken. And to break that mold, especially, to break that mold of just thinking, I'm so dependent. I have to go to the Malibu beach party at Barbie's house. I have to ride in the Malibu Barbie, or the BMW Barbie edition pink. I gotta hop in the fucking boat, the Barbie boat. You know what I mean? It's called Barbie Land. I have to purchase I have to purchase or rent. He's probably not even renting. I don't even know. I don't know how the economic system works in Barbie Land, but I'm sure if Barbies controlled the world, probably once a month shit gets a little. Once a month, yeah. So I think that's been the weekend show. I'm not gonna end it on a joke. I'm just gonna say that my love for Barbie. It is a fucking good movie. It was a good movie, right? Cause Ken did everything. Everything else, you could cut off all the pieces of. Just put Ken and make it the Ken movie, and I'd still probably purchase it. Yeah, good old. Hey guys, we got a new personality. It's Ken. You know what I mean? When I'm just gonna do that to women now. Just do a fucking couple of chin ups or something. He did like what? That's so funny. He did like one chin up and then he's like, "What's up?" That was hilarious, man. It was so good. It was so good. I love Ryan Gosling and what he's able to accomplish in such a little like range of emotion. But he went all out for the Ken thing, and again, most of the time you don't think that. I think this is the one time where I'm like, yo, he's got like, because he was saying before I even watched this movie, he was like, I was born to play Ken. I am Ken, and a lot of men have Kenergy, and people are like, what is this guy talking about? He sounds like he's in a fucking cult. Sounds like he's like, I have Kenergy. Every man has Kenergy, but he has to release it. And you're like, whoa, dude. Like, and if Ryan Gosling started getting people to come into his like a warehouse or a barn or something, we gotta watch out, because he's gotten real like it's gotten culty, right? And I'm falling for it, right? Like if he said all the Kens back to my Malibu fucking beach house, I would probably go, you know what, I gotta check it out, right? Even if this guy is fucking gonna chop us up, I'd like to be chopped up by Ryan Gosling.